am honored to introduce the joint valedictorians from the faculties of Fine Arts and Arts and Science, Dr. ric Fillion and Dr. Annie Rollins. Our two valedictorians epitomize excellence in research and outstanding contributions to their fields. Dr. ric Fillion completed his PhD dissertation, Experiment in Cultural Diplomacy, Music as Mediation in Canadian-Brazilian Relations, 1940s to the 1960s, under the supervision of Dr. Graham Carr in the Department of History. His research explores the social and symbolic importance of music within countercultures and in Canadian international relations. Among his many achievements, Dr. Fillion was awarded the Political History Prize from the Canadian Historical Association. He was a 2018 Concordia Public Scholar and the winner of Concordia's 3-minute thesis competition. He embraces the city and embraces the world as the founder of the Tenzier archival record label and the author of Jazz Libre et la Révolution québécoise. Currently, Dr. Fillion is a SSHRC FRQSC postdoctoral fellow at the University of Toronto and our valedictorian for the Faculty of Arts and Science. Dr. Annie Rollins defended her PhD dissertation, Immaterial Remains, the Impossibilities of Preserving China's Shadow Puppet, under the supervision of Dr. Mark Sussman in Humanities. Her research examined China's shadow theater from a historical, political, and future perspective as a both living and endangered form of theater. Dr. Rollins' dedication and academic excellence were recognized by a Fulbright Scholarship, a SSHRC Doctoral Fellowship, and numerous international conference and exposition awards. She has also experimented boldly, presented exhibitions, performative lectures, and solo performances at Concordia and beyond. In addition to her academic achievements, Dr. Rollins is an active member of the theater community, a co-founder of Concrete Cabaret Toronto, and our 2019 valedictorian for the Faculty of Fine Arts. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Fillion and Dr. Rollins.
Wow. President, Vice Chancellor Carr, Vice Chair Martin, Dr. Davidson, distinguished guests, and participants, fellow graduates, families, and friends, we are pleased to address you today on behalf of the graduating students. We, Annie and I, wish to congratulate the graduating class for having achieved something monumental. Whether you did so part-time or full-time, you completed a journey that will take you to unexpected places. Getting a degree is a defining moment. It is a milestone in a process of self-discovery and growth. You may think of it as an end in itself, but it never is, trust me. It's also not an entirely solitary experience. You are part of a community at Concordia, a community that took you as you were, where you were, and encouraged you to become the most fulfilled and accomplished version of yourself. Be that person every day. Each of us has taken a different path to get here. Mine was a winding one. I took a lot of detours, mostly to beat the drums, literally, and explore the roads. Some will say that I was a repeat dropout. Mes parents, eux, disaient plutôt que je me traînais les pieds. Those closest to me understood that I was single-minded in my desire to pursue several passions simultaneously. Being curious and laser-focused is how I dealt with my hyperactivity, and it's also, incidentally, how I stumbled upon my dissertation topic. And I suppose that I found some balance in the 6 years that I spent here at Concordia as a doctoral student. And this winding path was a successful one, due in great part to outstanding mentorship, and to the fact that I was welcomed back, and welcomed again in a supportive and progressive department, the Department of History.
And just like Eric, my path has also been a winding one. If you'd have known me at the age of 10, you wouldn't have guessed that I'd be standing here today. In fact, if you'd have known me at 18, 25, or 30, you would have found it rather unbelievable. In fact, my mother told me this. But what she and everyone could see was an inexhaustible passion for live performance, puppetry, traditions, and an underlying drive to keep the past and our stories alive. Those invisible passions that are brewing within you, these are the driving forces that will lead you to your next best step, if you let them. Whenever possible, even while slogging away at your everyday life, touch these inner embers and keep them glowing until you are able to give them their due. After I passed my defense in March, everyone who has been following my degree asked what was next. I had no answer, or rather, I have no answer that satisfies them. And isn't this the wrong question anyway? Shouldn't it be, how has the degree changed you? For this is what I find myself sitting with these last 6 months. How has the degree changed you? For me, my research taught me stamina, focus, and grit. My Concordia community showed me how to validate and celebrate my artistic practice as research. My fieldwork taught me about the deepest layers of patience, witnessing, engagement, and empathy. Through this work, this degree here at Concordia, I have become far more conscious of the impossible entanglement of influence and affect. The one thing I know for sure is that everything and everyone is unknowable in its totality. So I am more humble and more kind. And if there is one thing an institution should be a factory for, it's kindness.
I've been thinking about Annie's question, right? How has the degree changed me? And I should be able to answer the question, but I'm a historian, right? And historians, well, you know, they need distance to assess things appropriately. So instead, I'm going to encourage you to be creative with what comes next. Be daring. Wander if you have to. What matters is that you're present, engaged, and passionate. Compassionate too. Keep things moving, preferably forward. Congratulations again to all of you, and best of luck as you continue on that journey of yours.
What a team. And what a great question. How has the degree changed you? So some people come to university for answers, and hopefully we help to provide a few of those, but equally important is to nurture the capacity to ask good questions. And I think, as you've heard from Annie and Eric, to be passionate about what you want to do, and also to remember to be compassionate with everyone that you meet. So that's an outstanding valedictorian address. I want to thank Eric and Annie for their remarks.